All right, team, welcome to this third session of your sagittal split, your scissor split. So if you are just joining us and you've never been here before, this is week 3 of a 4-week program. So this is quite intense. So you might want to check out the other videos and make sure you practice the other 2 sessions because this one is going to be extra spicy. All right, so the equipment that we want is a couple of blocks here. We want a knee pad. If you have sensitive knees like me, yeah, I've got a bit of granny knees myself, so I do need the padding, and you want to have a yoga strap or an elastic. All right, so if you don't have a yoga strap and you just have an elastic, then I will kind of provide you some alternatives. Also, just so you know, I'm working with an AI camera, so if I do some hand gestures to move the camera around, that is why. Not that I'm being weird. I love being weird. I completely own it. So this guy's gonna be 45 minutes. We're gonna start with some squats with the leg kick up, squats and leg kick up. And let's go. And let's go. Let's keep going. I'm gonna take this off. Shit. For this one. Oh yeah. Squat. Squat. Oh yes. Let's get that blood flow. Kick. Kick. Let's go. Maybe straighten the leg. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna pulse. Let's go. And pulse, 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 pulse. You got this. Let's go. Nice and low. Keep it low and low and low. And 4 and 3. I know that burns. And straighten the legs and stretch. Very nice. Gently. Yes. Gently, gently here. Good. So if you need the blocks to support that movement, then go for it. We're gonna bend the knees and straighten and straighten. Bend. Good. So just so you know, the way I've created this program and every class is you have 4 sections: warm up and mobility, conditioning, basic conditioning, then we go end range conditioning and PNF. 3, 2 more reps, and 1 roll up a little bit. Very nice. Shake it off. PNF stretching and then static stretching where we go into the deep stretch. All right, let's grab onto the blocks, everybody, even the flexible people. Beautiful. We're gonna press here. We're gonna keep that back straight, and we're gonna start flexing the feet and climb up on the toes. Flex, close, flex, toes. Good. So the way I design these sequences is so you can do the first 2 or 3 into warm-ups before workouts, before classes, and the 3, 4 the other sequences as your post. 4 more reps. 2 more reps. Last one. We're gonna hold up. Hop. Try and relax here, your back, yeah? Good. Let's pulse at the top. Pulse. Pulse. 4, 3, 2. Drop the left foot. Kick up. Yeah, we're still warming up, so we're not necessarily kicking high. We actually want to keep the hip square and engage into the glute and the hamstring. 2, we're going to kick that right leg all the way back now. And we're going to go pulse. 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 We did this in the first class. 3, 2, 1. Kick back to the leg up. Up and down. Bend the knees and release. Bend the knees. We're going to do the other side in 1 more. Let's go. Kick and down. Kick. Four, 3, 2, 1, and kick back and pulse. Arms up. This stupid camera. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick back here. Kick and back up. Good. Roll up. Take it a moment here. Let me just get that camera back. Come on, mate. Hello. There we go. Follow me. Yes. So sometimes if I gesture, if I've got the hands up. Good. And we're going to slowly come a little bit more onto the knees. We're going to start doing a bit more mobility here. Very nice. All right. Okay, so we're going to keep those blocks. And we're going to start with those hip flexor drills that we did in the last couple of weeks. So take it there. Left foot forward. Come high onto your blocks. And we come down into this lovely lunging position. Try and like move. Move. Yeah, so you want to try and like get into that hip, the back leg. Yeah, the back leg want to be straight. Good. 2 and 1. So what we're doing right now, what might have been an end range conditioning exercise last week. So just be really mindful to not go crazy. Yeah, if you're still trying to straighten those legs at the back, come up here. Option to stay there. Option to stay, come really low and start pulsing it a bit lower here. Yeah. Be careful. Yeah, it's unnecessary to push too quickly and slowly down. Good. Let's straighten the front leg. Ooh, a bit tight here. And bend the knee a little bit. Yeah, so we want to work on the hamstring here. Okay, find the balance here. Good. 3, 2, 1. We're going to take the hands off. We're going to hold here. And we're going to push up. Ah, damn it. I'm going to make fists, yeah. Hands behind the head and pull forward. Keep the spine straight and up. And push down. Dig that heel down, yeah. You want to try and really find that heel to stabilize you. And you see my knee is fairly bent here, yeah. Pull that hip back when you lean forward. You want to pull and straighten your body and up. Ooh, this is definitely getting a little bit stronger now, yeah, isn't it? Good. Take the hands back here. Now, we're going to come into the low lunge. You're going to stretch the back leg, but this time I'm going to focus on front leg. So close up a little bit your feet. Remember what we just did now? Good. Well, we're going to try and do that standing like this. Let go of your arms, hold forward. Yeah, so that's really pulling here. 4, 3, hands behind the head, 2 and 1. And we go up and take it down and up. Whoa, find the balance. Yeah, this is stability. We need to stabilize all these muscles for the big stretches. Yeah, strong mobility with a bit of activation here. Try and not round the back, yeah? We're not rounding the back, we're keeping that back straight. So stop when you feel your back is doing this. Keep the back straight. So I can go fairly low, but you want to stay straight. You don't want to be like rounding, yeah? You want to try and stay super long. 2 more. Take your time here, yeah? Because it's quite a burning sensation in the hamstring. Last one. Let's find that nice stretch. And get the hands back down. And kneel back, yeah? Quite intense, I know. We're gonna do the other side now. Oh yeah. All right, so let's take that right foot forward and let's come nice and high and find a pulse here just to try and start prepping, yeah? We prep that hip, that back leg. Good, and we're going to start tucking the toes and straightening the back leg. We're going to stay as low as possible here, remember? Lift that chest and let's pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, drop that knee back. Straighten that leg here. Remember, you want to bend the knee a little bit here. You ready? We flex the foot here, yeah? So bend the knee, we dig that heel and hold forward and hold forward and hold forward. So remember, if you did the previous class, those are the eccentric neural grooving. We come up, this is already quite intense. Yeah, so we want to try and like slowly come down. We lean, 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 and up, and lean, lean. Really pull that hip back and up. Yeah, lean, lean, and lean. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. 1 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now come back on the front, tuck the back leg, and let's shorten a little bit that stance. Yeah, keep your hip width apart because otherwise you really are going to struggle. So I can drop my heel down. However, for some of you, you might want to come on the toes, and also we might want to bend a little bit that leg at the front. So again, we're going to find that forward, find that strength first. Yeah, you can see the little calf muscle here. They really are like twitching because I'm stabilizing my toes and my feet, and come up and down. Stretch. Oh, I'm sliding on this mat. And down. And up. Yes, so take your time. Remember to stay long. Okay, my camera is lagging now. So I'm sorry, I'm going to try and see if my camera can catch up. It's been frustrating today. 2 more. Last one. Hands behind the head, yeah? Good. And drop that knee back down and come back. Kneeling. Yeah, so I'm a little bit laggy. I don't know why. It shouldn't be. All right. Just take a moment, a breather here. Let me just have a quick look at what is going on there. I might have to... You shouldn't be lagging. Well, we'll see. Okay. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we are now going to start working a bit more into our end range conditioning. Yeah? So, this is going to be a little bit more difficult because you are going to have to find your end range into your hamstring. This has surprised many people when I was doing it. Yeah? So, yeah, I apologize if my camera is a little bit... I think it's fine from time to time, and sometimes it lags a little bit. So hopefully we'll catch up in the edit, in the processing. Anyway, so this one is always a surprising one in people's classes when I teach it in a class, because people never expect to feel like this and never expect to feel so short in their hamstrings. So we're going to come and take like a child pose. So I'm going to take my mic just so you can actually hear me a little bit better. So from here, try and have your hands flat, but try and not arch the back, yeah? So we want to try and find this rounded back, and then we're going to straighten the back leg on the right side. So you're going to straighten that leg, and you're going to try and like stretch a bit into straightening the back leg here. So what we're trying to avoid is like tucking that tailbone under. We want to try and like just keep a slightly rounded back, and then we're going to straighten the leg. Okay, here is a challenge now. Straighten the leg and come onto the front of the foot. Good. See what's happening already. Are you tilting to the side, or are you able to stay there? Start squeezing the glutes. Press the foot down and start squeezing the glute. Good. So now let's tuck the toes again. Lift that leg off the floor. Very nice. And then we're going to try and lift the whole leg and point the toes and hover. And pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah, yeah, this one I told you is a big surprise. Let's start making it a little bit more interesting now. Let's squeeze that heel to the bottom. To the bun, I was gonna say. I mean, it is kind of like the same, right? Squeeze the heel to your buns. So we squeeze the heel to the bum. Squeeze into the glute, squeeze into the hamstring, and see if you can lift that thigh. So I have to push a little bit. And down. And try and lift it and hover it. And down. And squeeze and lift. And down. We're going to get a few cramps here, let me tell you. Squeeze and lift. 2 more. Squeeze and lift. And last one. Squeeze and lift. Yay! Come back into your child pose, alright? Woo! Alright, so that is becoming a little bit more intense here, yeah? So we're gonna do the other side. You see my left side, I struggle a lot more. Let's come again into our child pose. Round it back slightly. This time is the left leg. Let's just tuck a little bit and just kind of like let your hip move a little bit. Squeeze the glute, find that extension in your hip, yeah? So try and like see, we're also working quite hard on that hip flexion, yeah? So that bend knee, we're really flexing that hip on the other side. Good, now you drop the leg, you lengthen it again, and press a little bit onto the front of the foot, and really squeeze the glute here. See what happens, try and tuck that tailbone under a little bit. Hold. Good, drop that thigh. Now tug the toes again. Surprise, surprise, I have to place my hands flat on the floor, and we're gonna squeeze leg and hover and pulse. And 10, 9, I'm slightly going sideways a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and release. Whoa. Yeah, so sometimes you might feel it in the knee of the front leg, yeah, which is absolutely normal as long as it doesn't feel painful. If it pulls a little bit, that's okay, but not an excruciating pain. Let's bend the knee. Let's squeeze into the glutes and the hamstring. And let's lift. And down. And lift. Oh, and down. Damn it. My knee. And lift. And down. We squeeze and lift. And down. Squeeze and lift. Oh, I'm like blowing right into the microphone. 2 more. Squeeze and lift. Oh, this side is much harder. And down. And last one, squeeze and lift. And then you can see I'm shifting a little bit on the side. So it's absolutely normal for most of us to have this struggle, yeah? But this is a really good exercise to test your hip extension here. So see how it truly opens and how much you engage those hamstring, yeah? So obviously that can be a bit challenging here. All right, let's now, so we worked that hip flexion, we worked on the hamstring. So remember we did a few PNF stretches lying down. So today we are going to do a few, let me just keep an eye on the time. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to do a few. However, what I want you to try and also focus on, because today we're going to do a few lying down, but we're going to do quite a lot off the floor and against the wall. So I'm gonna be using my door here, okay? So I will obviously cue you on those exercises, and then we're gonna try and do a few over splits as well. So we're gonna start entering a little bit of those over split situation to increase the opportunity for us to have some good splits, yeah? So let's go back down and lie a little bit. Oof. First, we're going to do a bit of nerve gliding just to release this the nerve on the posterior chain, so the back of the leg. I'm so sorry, I'm like, well, actually, I think, you know, the reason the camera is lagging is because I'm actually quite tired, maybe. The camera is like, as a reflection of my mood, not my mood, but my vibe, coming at the end of the week. And this has been a really intense 4 weeks, right? I have been teaching four of these classes a week on top of my regular schedule. And I'm going on a big trip next week, at the end of next week. So I have ended up having to do a lot. I'm trying to tie all loose ends before I go. So things like publishing this and so on. So it is quite intense right now. Okay, so we're going to straighten the left leg. We're going to stretch a little bit into the right leg. but try not push into the back knee, yeah? So try to bring that leg a little bit further forward. Good. So we'll do something a little bit different today. We are going to start pulling up a little bit and take a little crunch. So like you're doing a ab crunch. So you're gonna feel like the leg is a little bit closer to you. Then you're gonna start pushing the foot away from you while you're still in a crunch in an ab position. We're gonna go 4, 3, 2. Now we take a deep inhale, and on the exhale we're gonna actually like take the leg with us as we roll back down. Ooh, yeah. So it comes a little bit. It comes a little bit. It doesn't have to come like all the way with you, but you should be taking it further than it was previously. Yeah. So that's the aim of the exercise. Remember, we're trying to go always a little bit further and further here. Keep that leg extended. I can feel my leg here is starting to lift already. So keep that leg extended. Inhale here. Exhale, let's crunch up. Let's hug that leg. Let's hug that leg. Good. From here, flex the foot and point the toes. Flex the foot and point your toes. Flex the foot. Keep going. So really kind of like have that resistance here. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, deep inhale here. Push a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release, and try and hold. Good. Woo. So this is quite intense now, yeah? So we should feel the stretch is getting a little bit more intense. You can see I'm like slightly shaking now. Good. This time, let go of the strap and pulse that leg towards you. 10, 9, 8, 7. Again, some stuff that we did last week. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh-ah. Very nice. So we're gonna do the side now. Yeah, so we're prepping the hammies. Yeah, so this one is a little bit more intense version of your end range. PNF, yeah, so that's kind of a PNF, as if someone was like kind of pushing you down and you push against that person. All right, so take that stretch. We'll hold the stretch first. I hope you're enjoying my playlist today.
Now, most of us that's here today,
Yeah, I don't know why we've had those technical issues. I've got all brand new equipment, so frustrating. I need to try not to be frustrated because that's not helping my flexibility. All right, let's go and take that crunch up. Good. Hold that stretch here a little bit. Yeah, so like where you feel the leg is clumping closer. And then push the foot into the strap. Yes, remember, we've done this exercise. 4, 3, 2. Deep inhale. Exhale, try and take that leg with you as you roll down and relax. Yeah, so it's okay if you shake a little bit. You shouldn't be like completely like crazy, but it's okay to shake a little bit as you take the leg a little bit further. Yeah, so it's normal when you come down that the leg is struggling to come with you, but we've just done the exercise of that progressive loading, so we should be able to pull a little bit more. Let's come back up and flex the foot. This side is tough. Point and flex and point. So always resist, yeah, and flex and point. 3, 2, 1. Gentle push. Inhale and exhale. Try to see if you can take it a bit further. Don't forget to extend the other leg, yeah? We anchor the other leg. So for me, what I find the hardest when I start getting into this position, I push my leg off with my abs. So I want to try and relax my belly here. So really breathe. Good, slowly release. Oof, mama. Yeah, so the reason why I prep you a lot on the hamstring is because we're gonna do standing splits today. Yes, and next week we do standing splits, even harder version of the standing split. I know. Even a harder version of the standing split. So today we're just gonna do standard standing, but next week we're gonna start stepping up our game because it's the last session and we wanna make sure that we are nailing this, okay? All right, so I still have my strap. Again, let me just keep an eye on the time. So we have about 20 minutes left of the session, okay? So we've done already quite a lot of conditioning. We went, because we entered a bit more an intensive state now, yeah, so it's week 3 and 4. We have actually kind of jumped like quite quickly into the aerobic, the warm-up and the conditioning, yeah? We've taken that conditioning into a bit more of an advance, so now we're already kind of entering that end range conditioning, okay? So what we're gonna do now is a little bit of end range conditioning for the hamstring slash hip flexors. Oh, excuse me. And then we're gonna start doing our standing split sequence. Oh my God. Whew. I'm telling you, the reason why I'm having tech issues is I think I'm having body tech issues. My cat is looking at me like I'm crazy. She's like having a nap right now. Oh, yes, baby. She's so cute. All right, so we are going to come back onto the knee here. Let's start with, we stretched the left hamstring last, so I'm gonna come back and we're gonna stretch that hip flexor. While the hamstring is a little bit warm, let's use that. So right leg forward, left leg back. Now you're gonna take your strap, you're gonna try and make a choke where the band doesn't go away when you pull, and we're gonna place it around, I'm not, in the ankle can be a little bit painful, so I like to have it in the kind of foot area. So we're gonna come into this low lunge here. You see, like sometimes it slides into the ankle, but I like to try and keep it, when I pull it, I like to try and keep it sort of on the foot. So we're gonna start lifting that leg. So yeah, so this is like the awkward phase of getting into the position and finding that low lunge, yeah? So you see, like I wanna try not dump into my lower back, but rather get a little bit more squeezing the glute. Now, here's what we're gonna do. If you really struggle, you can still have one hand on the block. We're gonna push the foot away in this direction, yeah? So like, you wanna do that. Obviously, I'm not doing that, I'm resisting, yeah? So you squeeze down for 10. 3. Now, we're gonna squeeze, we're gonna let go. We're not using the strap. We squeeze into the glutes and the hamstring. 2 and 1. Now, straighten a little bit that strap. You see how I've gone a little bit deeper now? Push away. 10. Yeah, we'll do 10 and 10. 4, 3, 2. Let go of the strap. Pull. Squeeze. Squeeze the glute as well. 3, 2, and reach. 1 more. Push away. You should feel yourself getting a bit closer and closer. Yeah, so we get into this and the hip flexor and the quad as well. And pull. Let's squeeze. One last time. You can see I'm almost like not able to squeeze now. 3, 2, 1, and take that deeper stretch. Now try and go like at your max. Oh, find that stretch, find that stretch. 4, 3, 2, and release. 1. Yeah, this one is a little bit more intense, huh? So I told you we're starting to enter really intensive end range conditioning, yeah? On the side, I know, this is a bit more emotional. Right? Emotional is the word, maybe. Okay. Been a long week. Yes. All right, you get to see the reality of it. I'm no fancy young influencer anymore. I get tired, people. All right. Good. We move forward, take that lunge, yeah? So just there, take that stretch, stay there for a bit. Yeah, remember what I said about the stretch reflex? If you're doing the course, obviously you're gonna have all the lessons going a little bit more into details, explaining all of this, stretch reflex, end range conditioning, eccentric neural grooving. Those are all terms that I'm using in the course. So if you're not doing the course and you want to have the tools to plan all your flexibility sessions more effectively, then the course might be for you, not just the classes. Yeah, the course, I've created lessons as well where you learn a little bit more about the science of flexibility, how to plan your flexibility practice so it doesn't overwhelm the rest of your practice, whether it being aerial or anything else you do in sports. Yeah, so there'll be guides and planners and lessons and all that jazz. I said there will be because I'm still building that course, obviously, because I'm doing these classes, yeah? All right, let's start pushing. We'll push the foot. 3, 2, let's squeeze the glute and the hamstring. Let go, squeeze. And slowly hold again. Ow. So yeah, you see when I push on the ankle, it just kind of pulls on the knee a bit too much. So, whereas when I go on the foot, it's a little bit easier. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pull. Yeah, so try and find the leg. I have to hold it a little bit, but I'm not pulling on the strap. I'm pulling my heel and my foot towards the bum. And I squeeze the glutes. Good, one more. Let's push again. 3, 2, and pull. This time I've got no lag almost. Getting to the end. 2 and 1, and take that deeper stretch, and let's hold here at the max. Max ring. Okay, so we'll go about 10 minutes here. Let's release. Okay, so when we do stuff like this, it's quite taxing on the nervous system. So you are absolutely allowed to take some breaks here. You rarely see people deadlifting and squatting hundreds of kilos and not taking breaks in between their lifts, yeah? So the same applies in flexibility here. Very nice. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Let yourself relax. It's winter and I keep having cracks in my fingers. I'm doing aerial. I don't know how many aerialists are here, but you know how like we use a bit of chalk sometimes, or we don't really moisturize our hands. So those cracks are like getting really dry now. It's really painful. Not the best. Sexy lady. All right, so now that we've done our PNF and range, we're gonna start doing some exercises on the wall, and I'm gonna finish a little bit with some over splits if we want to try, and then regular splits. All right, so we're gonna take the blocks with us. I'm gonna grab the camera with me. Just give me a sec for it to find me first. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna move into the door here. Okay, so what we want to try and do here, I'm going to show once on the door, and then I'm going to mimic a little bit sideways on the back on the mat, just to make sure that you understand the concepts. What we want to try and do is again do this activation, so that end range conditioning for you to go against the wall. We use that push, but we also could do that pull. Yeah, so the aim here is to activate the leg that is on the wall or slash door. Okay, so when I get my blocks. The aim is to not necessarily be like super close to your leg that is on the floor. We just want to try and have the leg that comes up here straight, yeah? So you might have to like step a little bit more forward, and we want to tuck the toes here. Okay, so we're gonna do like a little bit like we do some low lunge. I literally cannot talk anymore. And we're gonna push, yeah? And then after this, you're gonna squeeze the leg, and we're gonna lift it off the floor. You're gonna hold it off the floor here, and then we're gonna come back and try and take a deeper stretch. This time you can lower a little bit more. You can get, the aim is to try and get a little bit close to the door into the splits, but also be able to lift that foot and hold into that hip extension. Yeah, so let me explain to you from the side. Same way, end range. So we want to feel a little bit of progress here. Oh, you can see all the stuff that my flatmates have been painting as well. That's one of the paintings she's currently doing. See? You can see all the art that's being done at home as well. So let me show you quickly here. So imagine my foot is on the door, so I flex the foot. We're gonna kind of like come and like feel this opening here when we move. And then when we're gonna try and lift, we're gonna try and stay active and lift that leg. And once it's lifted, after 10 seconds, it's gonna come closer. And then after it's lifted, we're gonna try and lift it again and then come closer. Yeah, so you wanna build, again, I'm lagging here. I'm gonna stop the camera. I think it's when the camera moves around. Yes, so let's do this together. Obviously, if it's lagging, you can still do the exercise. It's gonna catch up, yeah? Don't worry, it's gonna catch up eventually. I'm probably gonna have to refilm that at some point. Not today, but at some point. Okay, so we're gonna do this together, yeah? So we're gonna start with the leg up, right leg up. Yeah, of course we're starting with the leg up. Right leg up, left leg down. Both legs should be straight, yeah? So find your angle. I don't like to be too close to the door because I want to find that lovely little push, yeah? So actually push here. I want to find a way to like push up and down like we're doing this lunging push up and down. Squeeze the back glute as well. The leg that's on the wall. Oh god, yeah. Interesting. 2 more. Good. Let's stay a little bit forward. Let's start lifting that leg off. Hold it for 10. 6. Hello, Moira. 3, 2, 1. Put that foot back down and push back. Hold the stretch for 3. And 2. There she is. And 1. Let's try and kick the leg. This is gonna get harder, yeah, because we're getting closer and closer now. And 1. Last one. We're gonna try and push to the max. Take a deep stretch first. And then take it back a little bit. Not too far back because it's too hard otherwise, but 2 and 1. And take that deep stretch again. Deep stretch, deep stretch, deep stretch, deep stretch. Good. Come back up. Okay, so I feel like the lag might be gone now. Yes. Okay. So you can say hi to Moira while we take a little break. Ooh. Hello. Hi, everyone. The real star of the show, isn't it? Yes, she is. The real star of the show. Oh. Look at my baby. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. All right, so now we're going to do the other leg. All right, let's keep an eye. Yeah, we've got 5 minutes left. So we do this exercise and then we are going to finish with our split stretches. As long as my mic doesn't fall out. Let's see. All right. Let's stretch the other leg up. are coming a little bit higher here. The reason why I come high on my blocks as well is because I actually like to push into that hip flexor here. So I actually like to stay high, because when you do this, you're hitting the hamstring of the bottom leg, yeah, which is fine as well. That's a purpose. But here you work a bit more into the back leg and the hip flexor, which here I'm struggling with. And lift the leg off, hold. Remember when we did those leg kicks at the warm-up? 2, 1. Push it back. Oh, we didn't do the little push, the little pulses. So you can do this in between. 3, 2, instead, yeah? 1, let's go and kick that leg. Let's kick. This side is so much harder to extend, the back leg. And push. Yeah, so this will be a true demonstration of your active flexibility. Again, this will be in the course. Yeah, the lessons. What is active flexibility versus passive? Yeah, my active flexibility on this side, not great. 1 more round. 4, 3, 2, and take a deeper stretch here. Take that stretch. Really tuck the toes, so you really push that hip. You square that hip a little bit more here, yeah? And take it out. Oh my god. Ooh. All right. Okay. Let's finally do our splits. So obviously, like I explained, if you're quite flexible, you can engage into, let's see. Yes, so you can engage into over splits if you're quite flexible. If you are not flexible, you might just want to stick to regular splits, yeah? So over split, the issue as well is if you only have 2 blocks like me, you might need to be holding onto the wall. You might want to try and be active. Ah, damn it. Again, every time I do the palm up, it always moves the camera, the camera moves. So either you have 1 arm up, 1 arm on a block, and you slide out into your over split, or you use a wall as well to balance. So if I want to engage in an over split, I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to put my foot, my ankle. Yeah, and the aim here is to actually slide back. So are you seriously playing with my foot? Is that what you're doing? Okay, so my cat wants to play with my foot apparently. Okay, so you don't want to start really high, yeah? That's already like an over split here. So if you want to find your flexibility here, this is the awkward bit. It's just trying to find the right angle. So if you were doing the over split from the hamstring, yeah, you start leaning over, you straighten the back leg, and you have the cat eating your leg, and then you're going to push on the block to lift up. Yes, I might oversplit. And then we're going to try and like drop that hip a little bit lower. Again, you can be active. This is a bit too hard for me today, so I need my hand down. Yeah, so if you start like not too high, it's kind of easier if you can place the hand. That's only if you already can do the split-ish, yeah? Otherwise, you just do the regular split of coming on the floor. Yeah. And then we do the other side to finish. Moira, come here, baby. She's trying to eat my laptop cable. Yes, we've got 1 minute to do the other side, yeah? Come here. All right, so let's do the other side. I'm trying to keep my cat out of trouble here. Yay! All right, let me just do the split one last time, yeah? Distraction! Distraction! Let's see. Push up, push up, push up, push up. So I like to have the block on the inside of my leg and pressing the hand on the outside here. So here it is more like my left hip flexor that will struggle. So I want to stay quite upright. Again, for this is I really prefer to have like a knee pad. But again, yeah, just the splits is enough today. Remember, we're all on a different journey. Yeah, all right. We're gonna stop here. Well done, everybody. That was quite an intense session today. Next week is our last one. Okay, I'm starting to lag again. Next week is our last session, and it will be the hardest one. So be prepared. And again, remember to try and remember to try and practice the elements outside throughout the week. So not the entire class. You don't have to practice the entire class, but you want to try to practice element 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Remember 1 and 2 before your training, 3 and 4 after your training. Yeah, so just try and like find ways where you can implement some of the sequences that you've learned here into your routine. But in the meantime, I will see you in the next class, and thank you so much for coming, and sorry for the little technical issues that I've been experiencing today. Bye bye.